Keep the faith, never lose hope. What's going on, faithfuls? And we're live on all major platforms: YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and Facebook. All right. And if it's your first time here, please hit the like subscribe button and turn on all notifications. All right. And like I said, we're live on all major platforms. Gotcha. So yeah, we're live on all major platforms. All right. So basically, welcome to the Red and Gold 24/7. All right, the crew will be here in a little bit. I decided to start a little earlier, and I'm going to do the plugs real quick. That way, get them out of the way. You can catch Mav on Tuesday nights on the Convo with Mav and Cato. That's Twitter handle, Times, and a YouTube YouTube and IG. All right, and of course, you can catch Nat in Our Life with Coach Ron. Their Times, and it's on Mondays, and it's going to be Spotify. I didn't get a chance to change it yet. I'm going to change it no matter what. I'll be changing it. All right, so on Spotify and Twitter. All right, and I'm sure if he doesn't mention to you, he probably will. If not, then he'll mention to you when he might come back with it. Okay, I just want to hit a heads up on it. All right. Of course, BySD podcast with Drewski is still coming soon. So right now he's still on the verge of moving and stuff, and he hasn't got a hold of us. So hopefully he's doing okay. So basically that's where we're at with him. All right, but he's doing okay though. All right, and of course GM Mikey will be in here. Our good old GM Mikey. That's his Twitter handle, and of course TJ, and that's his Twitter handle. All right. I'll give a shout out definitely to Point Out of Faithful UK, Paul Hope, his Twitter handle, and the Club 85. All right. So basically, we are exactly just under 2 weeks, 2 weeks away from, of course, preseason. Yep. And of course, training camp just kicked off a few days ago. I know I haven't got a chance to watch any of the videos yet because I've been stuck with doing family stuff, doing all that before I wash. So basically, just gonna keep it going on the training camp style and what we expect to see with Jimmy G. And I know what I heard that Jimmy G passed his physical. All right. His physical, and now they're waiting for that big question right there, waiting if he's going to be traded or released. So, and of course, I know for a fact that the thing about Jimmy G was that it was told on ESPN and all major platforms, all the sports places that you find on the internet, that Jimmy G was excused from training camp. So basically, he's not even at training camp even. So, and yes, we're looking at Trey Lance. Man, he looks good. I'm enjoying him already. So he's going to break out, though. He's going to break out. He really is. He's going to break out. So I really can't wait for it, And plus, I know we're going to talk about training camp. And of course, I'm probably end up talking about Diva's contract. I mean, I hope it happens soon, but who knows what's going to happen, So I figure I'd come on here early and throw some news stuff at you before the fellas come on here and what you're expected to hear and see from us. So yeah. So basically, like I said, 2 weeks away from the first preseason game against the Cheeseheads. Of course, that's what I call them, of course. So, from the Packers, all right. So basically, just wait for the fellow to show up. I know I started a little earlier, but it's all good. They'll be here though. And I know there's only one person here right now. What do you expect to see? I mean, so far, of course. I mean, I expect to see. I know for a fact I've been seeing um, a lot of videos, of course, a lot of videos about um, them showing D line doing their stuff with Chris Kosaric, and I tell you right now, I love Chris Kosaric. I really do. Love that. I love that man. He has been one of the top defensive linemen coaches we've had. I would say probably, if I had to take a good guess, probably since Tom Sola. So I'm just putting that name out there. So, and of course, oh, are y'all ready? Then give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Gee, the person's still setting up. She's still setting up. Yeah, it's Shay, by the way. It's a Shay. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Give me a thumbs up, okay? Okay. And coming from Phoenix, Arizona, now I'm not talking about Coach Ron, all right? Coach Ron, by the way, he won't be here tonight. And we talked on the chat, on the text message and chat and group chat, and told us that he has personal business going on with his family and everything. So we'll leave it at that, all right? So coming from Phoenix, Arizona, right down, probably right down the street, you never know, right down the street from Coach Ron. We bring in, of course, she is from Faithful Empire also. I bring her on there too. But she wanted to try out the Red and Gold 24/7. I asked the fellas. I guess they don't mind. So that's what they agreed on. And we got Denise.
How's it going, Faithful?
Welcome to the Red and Gold 24/7, woman. How you been? How you doing?
Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Coach Round, I hope everything is going okay, and many blessings to you and whatever you're going through.
Thank you very much, and same back at you. And of course, coming from, yes, I'm going to get it right this time, man. Don't worry about this. I'm going to get it right. From parts unknown, all right, from Denver, Colorado, all right. And I know he's a big ass fan. That's like my wife is. So I give you TJ.
What's up?
What's up, TJ? See, I didn't get messed up that time. I didn't mess it up that time. See that?
I appreciate that. That's awesome.
No problem, brother. I got you. Our first comments. Coach Chris is the best. You got that damn right, man. And yes, you can curse now. It's after 7 minutes. So yeah, hell yeah.
Yes, trust me, I've got that down.
Yeah, I'll wait till everybody comes in and introduce everybody. That way you know everybody. All right. So another one from course Ty. Yes, Denise is here. Got that right.
Yay! Hi, Ty.
Yeah, she asked me probably on Sunday or Monday. I figure when you send me a text message or DM, say, I'd like to try the regular 24/7 if you don't mind. It's like, that's the fellas, and I said, okay, whatever, good, cool. So, more to marry, I guess. Guess what I call it. So yeah, I opened up with the. So far, I opened up the training camp. What we're going to talk about is training camp and what's been going on in training camp for the first 3 days or so. And of course, I didn't bring up the news. I figured I'd wait for the fellas to come in for the news. So I know they want to. I know Mikey, Mikey, and Matt want to talk about the news also. So that's why I didn't bring the news up. Just say something about the training camp, and I mean, so far, I tell you, man, Trey Lance looks good. Trey Lance looks good. And yes, Jimmy G has been excused from training camp. He is not in training camp.
Yes, he has.
Mm-hmm. So we're moving on.
I kind of figured they don't want that guy on the field. They don't want him tearing an ACL walking from the locker room to a practice field or something like that.
They don't want him to accidentally like pull a Jeff Wilson and stand up and tear a knee tendon or something. They're like scared to death. They're like, yeah, you can leave. Bye.
Yeah.
I mean, let me make sure I say that Jeff Wilson did not do that intentionally. That was not intentional by any stretch. I didn't mean it that way. So I hope it didn't come across that way. That's not the way I meant it. I'm just saying.
It's all good. It's all good.
Like freak things can happen, basically, is what I meant by that. And, like, that's all they need is for Jimmy to, trip and stub his toe or something. And next thing they know, the injury clause back in. They're like,
That's all
yeah,
good.
no,
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, who knows if you ever stepped one foot in that field? Who knows what will happen? His
no,
ankle
exactly.
may his ankle may have went out again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
Get the right tie.
Yeah, I didn't think there was, that's what I thought all off season is there's not a chance that Jimmy, takes a snap during the during training camp, during the preseason. That you don't want to risk it. Keep him healthy, trade him or cut him.
Yeah, so true. So true. Yeah.
I think
okay.
exactly. Like, you have to. Sorry, you
Okay.
have to keep him healthy to, regardless. Like, me personally, I don't think he's going to get traded. I think they're holding on to him to make sure he doesn't go to Seattle, and then they're going to cut him loose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think any teams that are interested, I think they're, just watching the clock, biding their time, waiting to pick him up on the cheaps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what I was watching Chat Sports before you guys came on here, and I was watching one Chat Sports before now one they had one here. I know I should wait for the fellas, but for once, I just want to get this out of the way. One team that they're looking for Jimmy G is Falcons. That's one team
Really?
they're looking at. Yep. I was like, wow. I said, what's going on with Matt Ryan then? That's one thing I want to know. What's going on with Matt Ryan?
Well, Ryan's in Indy now.
Yeah, Ryan's a Colt.
Oh, really? He's a Colt now? Dang,
Yeah.
you got me in the news now. See that?
Don't you remember Carson Wentz? They traded him to Washington.
I guess I didn't see that. I know I've been busy with my family and work. I know I have been caught up on everything. Sorry.
Because honestly, I thought when the season first ended, I thought Indy was a great spot for Jimmy. I thought Indy would be a perfect spot for him. And then when they, because they said they were moving on from Carson Wentz. Before Jimmy opted to get his surgery, I thought for sure he was going to go to Indy. And then that happened, and I was like, okay, Indy's out. And then they got Ryan. So I was like, oh, okay.
Coming from Cali, GM Mikey.
Come on.
What's up, Mikey?
What's going on?
What's up, man? Don't sound too happy, man.
In or out.
Don't sound too happy.
I hope it's not because of me.
Everything all good?
Yeah.
Yeah, just waiting for Mav. I know Mav's supposed to come in too, so just waiting for Mav. I sent links out to everybody, even Drewski, but I don't think he's going to be making it. So I know Coach Ron's not going to come in. He's busy with his family and everything. So yeah, we're just catch up on training camp and what's been going on. So basically, that's where we're getting at right now. I didn't want to get into partial news yet until you guys got in here. So, what do you think so far, Mikey, about the training camp so far?
I mean, it's day 2. I know there's been talk about how the offense isn't looking too hot, but does it ever look that great in July? And it just also says a lot about our defense. Our defense is killing it. But it's early. But we got to get Debo out there.
Oh, yeah. But they said Debo was on the field. He was on the field.
He's just on the side. He's not going to risk anything until.
Oh, he's on the field. Okay, he's on the side now. I know. I only watched a few videos so far. I haven't got a chance to watch anything because of my family.
I'm very annoyed that DK signed a contract for Debo. I thought DK would be the last of the group.
Yeah, I agree.
That statement.
Every time somebody signs, it's just that much more money that we'll be spending soon.
It's ridiculous. Like the DK one really got to me. I was like, you fucking kidding me? Oops. But it is what it is. He'll sign. I keep seeing Saturday. Saturday is it's going to be done by Saturday.
I'm surprised at the willingness to want to pony up that money with DK. Like, he's a physical freak and he's pretty impressive, but he really had a down year last year. I'm glad we're not having to make those decisions.
Oh yeah, it blows my mind that Seattle is spending that kind of money on 2 receivers, but they don't have a quarterback that can get them the ball. Like you're not getting your bang for your buck because you don't have someone to play with.
And that's exactly what I was thinking, because I know he had a down year last year, and then my first thought was, well, Russell was hurt for a good part of the year, and then you think, well, he's got Locke and Tavares Jackson and throwing to him, so why should we expect his numbers to really hike up this year?
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be us and the Rams. Like Seattle and Cardinals are just going to be trash. This whole thing with Murray just blows my mind too.
Yeah.
Did you see his interview?
Yeah, the press conference he gave where he was just pretty much crying. Yeah. That press conference just solidified why they needed to put that in his contract. It shows that he doesn't have the mentality to lead in this league. If I was him and that was a clause that I agreed to, I put my name to, I signed to, I'd come out there when the press starts asking about it and be like, you know what, fine. They felt they needed to do that. I agreed to that clause. Well, I'm going to come out here and I'm going to do what I got to do, and I'm going to show you that I can lead this team. Instead, he goes the other direction and just starts bitching and complaining. Like, it just shows that he's not cut out to be a quarterback in this league, a long-term quarterback. His career is starting to remind me of Kaepernick. He came out super hot, looked great, and now we're starting to see the downward slide. He can't stay healthy. He's only great when he has Hopkins out there. Whenever Hopkins isn't there, he looks lost, and he can't get the ball down the field. I think the Cardinals made a huge mistake giving this guy this big contract because he can't lead this team. They know he's not a leader. The players on that team know he's not a leader. He's more suited for baseball. He's got a personality for baseball.
Yeah, what I think is funny is he was talking to the media like someone else said that about him. Like, your team, your franchise put that in your contract. So why are you talking like somebody else said that about you? The owner of your company basically put that in your contract and asked you to sign it. So obviously you're not doing something you're supposed to be doing.
I give it to him. He's athletic. He's got this athletic ability. The guy can play football. He can play baseball. There's no doubting that. It's just he's missing that key component. He came to this league and he thinks he's better than the league. He came in, he thought the NFL was too slow and this and that, and he just thinks he has this God-given talent that's going to get him through games, and he doesn't need to prep. And it shows. And that is the reason that was in there. And for the Cardinals to now, after a signed contract was already done, to go back and take that out, that's just a bad move. It's like, okay, you got bad press for it. So what? That's how you felt.
Yeah, well, I don't understand taking it out because that clause got out there. I mean, you're already dealing with the blowback. Just leave it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Because it was also perfect for them to have in there with that kind of money, that if he does continue to slide and he doesn't perform to that money, and they find out he's not on his iPad, he's not studying game film, they can get out of the contract. Now they took the clause out, and he can just be status quo on how he actually preps for games and whatever he does, and they got to pay him. They shot themselves in the foot. Who cares if you got bad media? It is what it is.
He is very athletic because I live in Arizona and I always go. I mean, I'm going to miss out this year because they're going to Mexico, but I always go to the 49ers games when they come to Arizona. And so I've seen Kyler Murray like every game, well, at least every game he's played against us. I've seen him up close and personal because I always pay out the butt for my tickets because I want to see of course I sit on the visiting side because I want to see my team. I'm like, I don't care that I'm from here. I'm sitting on the 49er side. Like, that's where I'm sitting, baby. But anyways, he is very fast. I will say two things about Kyler Murray. For being as small as he is, that boy can sling the rock. He can sling it, and he is very fast. He is very fast live. Like, I was like, holy shit. Whew. I'm like, that boy. I said, that's why I used to die laughing whenever DeForest Buckner was like, yeah, man, it's hard chasing that little squirrel around. I was like, that's awesome.
I think it's interesting that Kyler would even sign that in the first place with that clause. Like, I mean, I think that's insulting. Like, you take it into a real world aspect, and you imagine if you were getting a promotion or getting a review, and all of a sudden your employer puts like, well, so and so needs to improve in this area. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that he would even sign it.
Do you think maybe
with
he
that
didn't know
clause
it was in there?
Don't Money Mav.
Like maybe they didn't tell him about that aspect of it, and he just signed the contract, and then it came out and it pissed him off.
Could be, because I mean,
don't you think?
Don't you think that like if you're there, you're him, and you see that clause, wouldn't you be like, excuse me, what?
if I'm okay. His agent clearly knows the clause is there because his agent's going to go.
You guys are making me very self-conscious because you all are off camera. Do I need to be off camera? You guys are making me very self-conscious. Like, very self-conscious. I'm like, everybody's off camera. I'm like, is that a thing?
Oh, look, Money Man.
I don't know. I might have a delay in mine. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, thanks, Money Man, because I was like, I'm feeling very self-conscious right now. I'm like, I mean, I know I'm no beauty queen, but like, seriously, you guys, you're making me very self-conscious.
My video's been very patchy lately, so I've had good luck with just the audio. So
I know one episode I was on here, you were all on audio, and I was the only one with picture. I remember that.
Like, I mean, if that's the case, hey,
Dude,
it's
I've been
like
trying to find the best solution.
So I could put it on, video or voice only. I'm good.
I knew you never met Money Mav yet, so here's Mav. I'm sure I don't know if you've met him yet, so that's Money Mav.
Yeah, I've seen him in spaces, and I think I follow him. I'm pretty sure I do.
Oh, we met.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought we had.
I've seen Mikey, of course.
No, we've been on a couple. We've done a couple shows together.
Okay. So all they're discussing about Kyler Murray, about his crying episode of his presser. So,
what exactly is that clause? I'm unsure of it.
So they put in the clause was because now they took it out. They decided to take it out after all the bad press. And Kyler Murray had a press conference today where he cried about it. It pretty much stated that he needs to dedicate 4 hours a week on his own to watching game film, uninterrupted. He can't play video games. He can't watch TV. He can't have anything on in the background. He needs to stare at his iPad and watch film for 4 hours a week, which that's actually pretty low for a starting quarterback in this league. But it just shows that he does not prep. It's even come out before. He said it himself that he doesn't need to watch game film and do all this. So he can't have it both ways. He can't state a couple years ago that he doesn't need to, that he's better than that, and then today give this crybaby press conference and claim that he, of course, studies. He's got to, especially for a guy of his size. He's full of shit. I want him.
I don't know how you can exist in today's game not watching film. I mean, you can get by on natural ability in college, but you can't do that in the NFL.
That was another thing I thought was
you got to watch film.
Is his press conference, he had to say all his accolades and say pretty much tell everyone why he's so good, and that was sad.
Yeah, Kyler, like I said, I'll give him all the respect in the world because he gives us fits when we play when we play against the Cardinals. But yeah, he just doesn't do much for me. being
Okay, hold on a
nice
second.
about
Hold
it.
on a second. Let's look at the NFC real quick. It's usually what, like 3 quarterbacks that represents each conference in the Pro Bowl.
Right.
Yeah.
He made the Pro Bowl twice.
But in the Pro Bowl, you usually get like 6 players, like you'll have like 6 quarterbacks named because people will drop out. So like that alternate list gets pretty high.
So who did he make the Pro Bowl over?
Well, I mean, Matt Stafford, probably got named, but obviously he was in the Super Bowl, so he wasn't going.
And
And
I'm
then,
sure Brady probably got named and didn't go.
yeah, and then what's his name? Our quarterback obviously did not get named, and then there was Russell Wilson, which I believe Russell Wilson was there if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it looks like Rodgers, Wilson, and Murray were the guys that showed up.
So there's a lot of reasons to pretty much say he got in by default at least one time.
I mean, the talent's there. We can all agree the talent. It's the leadership part that he does not have. And you're not going to have longevity in this league if your teammates don't respect you, if the head office doesn't respect you. The Cardinals are going to have a Baker Mayfield situation on their hands. That's what this is going to turn into. Because he reminds me a lot of Baker Mayfield when it comes to attitude and how to lead a team. He blames other players when stuff doesn't go his way. That playoff game sums up his attitude. The guy gave up of Murray. Like the guy gave up. He didn't want to go back into the game.
I guess I could say a smarter Jamarcus Russell.
I just keep saying that. I think within 2 years,
I'm not even gonna sit here and lie, man. I've done that before to one of my coaches, man.
I think Kingsbury's going to be gone. I think Murray's going to be wanting to get traded, and that franchise is going to be a trash heap in 2 years.
Hey, good for us.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about it. I'll laugh. Because Murray's going to start off bad because he doesn't have Hopkins for the first, six games? Is that how long he's suspended for?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's something out here in the water, I swear to God. Teams never. I mean, look at the Phoenix Suns. Look what happened to us last year. I mean, we started out hot and we completely crapped the bed in the playoffs. So, yeah. Like, it's something in the water, I swear to God. Or it's the Arizona heat melting everybody's brains. One of the two.
Hey,
You a Suns fan?
Yes, I am. I'm not the only thing the 2 things I don't support out here. Well, actually, I was going to say, yes, I am a Phoenix Suns fan. We have the Diamondbacks, and I'm not really into baseball at all, honestly. So I could care less. Whatever. I don't support. I'm like, baseball's boring to me. I like basketball, and I like football. Those are my 2 sports. And I'm definitely not a Cardinals fan. I'm a 49ers fan. So, yeah, there's that.
What about the Coyotes?
What's funny? Me and my husband
doesn't she remind you of the female version of Ron?
My husband years ago, we used to go to the Coyote games all the time when my kids were little. We used to go all the time, but we haven't been in years. But yeah, I would say I support the Coyotes. I mean, I think they suck too right now. So there's that.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? We do have a new soccer team that I'm really interested in going and watching play. I can't think of their name off the top of my head, but I'm really interested in watching them play too, because we do have a new soccer team out here.
Yeah, Colorado's got the Rapids, and I have friends that have season tickets, and they invite me a couple times a year, and I've still never gone. I need to do that one these days.
Yeah, I used to because I like fast paced Like I like fast-paced stuff. Like that's why I can't get
Damn,
in.
TJ, what kind of friend are you, man?
I tell you, right?
Yeah, you should. I think you'd enjoy. I think if you enjoy fast-paced sports, I think you would enjoy
I mean,
soccer games.
dude, you like the best friend I never had.
I'm a homebody, man. I'm not gonna lie. I tell you.
See, TJ is like the best friend I've never had. You know what I mean? I always gotta invite him somewhere.
I'm the friend
You
who
heard me?
actually, like, when they show up somewhere, everyone's like, "What?" You know, like.
Just invite TJ. You know he's gonna say no.
TJ, I'm inviting you to the parade now.
Full ride, everything, TJ. Don't worry about a thing.
I'm gonna pick you up myself.
Like, damn, TJ, the wife let you out the house tonight? What?
Hell, even when I buy concert tickets or for myself, and then the day of the concert, it's like, man, I could just put these on StubHub.
Wow, bro, come on, man. You can't be
I
doing
know.
that, man.
I know.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
You can't be
actually.
abusing the sports like that, man.
Yeah, that's bad.
So how is everyone feeling about this? The musical chairs of our O line.
So I think it's pretty exciting that Burford has gotten all the first team reps at right guard so far, because I just think that's positive. You know, I doubt that means he wins a starting job, but that's pretty positive, I think. And I'm glad to see that they're giving Brunskill a look at center.
That worries me.
But
unless it's
I
against.
I heard Brunskill hasn't been doing well at center though. I heard he's been stinking it up. The O-line rotation worries me. I don't like them like switching people, but I will say, I guess it's only day 2 at training camp, so I guess they're trying to figure out like who's going to step up and shine and who's not. So we'll see, I guess.
I
I
still
can't
think we need to
remember.
get Snyder before the Bucks get him.
I can't remember. Has McGlinchey? Has he lined up at tackle or not? I
No,
want to
he is.
say he. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a flux. You know, we don't have Trent Williams, no McGlinchey, just a
Yeah,
lot of moving parts early on.
yes, that's true.
Yeah, with their idea for the first team O line right now, the idea is Colton McKivitz, Aaron Banks, Jake Mandel, Spencer Beauford, and Jalen Moore. Yeah, that's it. I got his name. That's the first team O line they're thinking of doing. So
I'm surprised that they didn't go with Jake Brindle, and the only reason I say that is because he has the most experience with Trey Lance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely think that interior offensive line is the biggest question mark going into the season, because I mean that's really what it is going into the year. I mean, we don't know. You know, Banks didn't really perform well his rookie season. He slotted at starting left guard. Brendel hasn't played much. I mean, Brunskill. I think people overlook Brunskill, but you know those two positions, left guard and center, those are big question marks heading into the season.
I like Brunskill. I just heard he's not doing well at center.
Yeah, and he's struggled there. You know, my hope was that they would give him a legit crack at it, and if he excelled, you'd be looking at maybe a Jalen Moore at right guard and just putting the 5 best guys out there.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to be Brindell at center and Brunskill at right guard, I would assume, as long as Brindell doesn't shit the bed.
sorry if you guys hear noise in the background. I was trying to mute it best I could. Let me see here. Trying to do here. Sorry. Yeah, I know. I was telling Denise when she first came on here and everything, and TJ about I saw a few videos of training camp, and training was pretty good. And I know they were talking about Ayuk and hoping they're hopefully stepping up, hopefully. So I just can't wait for Debo to go on that field. So, and like you said, Mikey, I hope they get that deal done by at least Saturday. That'd be great.
If it doesn't happen by Monday, something's wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Monday's the first day of padded practice.
Mm-hmm.
They're losing quality time of getting that connection going between Trey and Debo. So,
yep.
If we don't have something done by this weekend, something's going on.
Yeah,
I agree. Honestly, I agree with GM Mikey. I was pissed when I saw that DK Metcalf got signed. I was like, "You are shitting me." I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "God dang it, man!"
Especially when they have the same agent. Debo should be the priority right now.
Yeah, well, and he's like, definitely got.
Sorry, go ahead. I apologize.
Oh, well, he's definitely got, all the contracts to look at now to one up them and.
Good, Denise. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that I'm surprised that they I guess you don't let that happen, but I'm surprised that they didn't want to get it done quicker so they didn't have to pay more money.
The more I'm looking at it, the more and more I'm looking at it by all three guys having the same agents. The way Debo played last year, had you paid him first, then you would have been forced to pay those other two guys more than Debo, which would probably cause more of a controversy than we would see right now.
Not necessarily.
So I mean, if you look at it correctly, bro, we wouldn't have had no choice but to pay Debo that money. Period. That agent was not going to let those two guys get paid more than Debo.
Because I remember when all this first started, they were saying that they thought pretty much the order of receivers getting signed kind of played out how people were predicting, except this DK thing. Everyone thought Debo, especially with his clients, they thought Debo would be second to last and DK would get the final contract. So I think this just means that Debo, he's negotiating the biggest deal for Debo.
Do you think it would have been fair for DK to get a bigger contract?
I mean, it's different skill sets. In my mind, you're not paying Debo just to be a wide receiver. He's just this hybrid specimen that does things that no other player can do.
Amen to that.
Like to me, he's just not a wide receiver. I know he was on pace to set records before everything happened. We switched him over to being a running back and the wide back and all that stuff. But he's just this. It's hard. It was hard to predict what this guy's going to get because I think that's why they're having such a big problem with it because I think they're trying to figure. I think what's holding it up is probably the clauses they're putting into the contract about him being used as a running back. They're trying to probably figure out bonuses if he takes running back snaps per game, he's probably going to get bonus here. If he gets X amount of rushing touchdowns, he's going to get more bonuses here. So I think that's what's really holding it up.
I was wondering if they were trying to work out, like if they were, because we don't have a lot of, I know they said it's worked into the cap, but I was wondering if the holdup was they're trying to work out like how much cash they're going to pay him so they can keep the cap number down. And I might sound right now because I am not very cap smart. So isn't that how that works? You pay out more cash to keep the cap number down. Is that right?
Yeah, you give him an upfront signing bonus on you kind of a back end. you spread that out into like the back end of the contract.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
DK got what, 30 million.
Yeah, Matt.
So this is what I'm reading from David Lombardi 3 hours ago. At the NFL Combine, John Lynch predicted it would be difficult for the 49ers to sign Deebo Samuels before A.J. Brown and DK Metcalf, since Samuel was coming off such a great year and all three wideouts were represented by the same agent.
Well, there it is. So that shows why he's the last to do it.
Yeah.
So basically,
if he would have got,
I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
Matt.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, so basically, they're basically saying they wanted to see what those guys got because they knew they were going to end up having to pay Deebo more.
Exactly.
Okay, so if you think, I know the Niners don't do it, but if at the end of the season we would have gave him a contract extension before the market blew up, do you think he would have signed it, or do you think he would have held out for more?
Oh, I think he would have signed
Repeat
it.
the question?
If we gave him a contract before the market was set with what's that guy from Jacksonville that got the contract? Kirk, yeah.
Christian Kirk.
Yeah, we know he offset the market with that BS deal. Do you think if we would have given Deebo a deal before that, when the market got all crazy, do you think he would have signed it or would have waited for more money? Like, say we got him $22 million a year, would he have signed it?
I think he would have, because you at that point you would have made him seem like he was the highest paid. But that's only if he was maybe the only one like top receiver on the market.
I'm inclined to say no. I'm inclined to say no, only because I think of his agent. Like, his agent represents all three of them. So I'm inclined to say no, because I think his agent would have said, you can get more money than that. You need to hold off.
Man,
I could be wrong.
So you're telling me that
No,
DK might be getting more money than Deebo? Because DK got $30 million a year.
No, Deebo's gonna get more.
DK's is weird. He got 30 up front right now, but it breaks down to, I think, it's not 30 million.
I sent it to you guys, right?
Oh yeah, you did. In chat, you did. I don't have it around me. Sorry.
Go back to it real quick. What is it? Let me see.
I must have misheard you. Sorry, my bad, guys.
No, this was this was You sent Lockett's.
Dovetail Lockett. I thought.
No, I sent DK's. It was a 3-year, $72 million extension with $58 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
And he gets $30 million signing bonus.
The signing bonus was the highest for any receiver.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it's like 50. I still think Deebo is going to be anywhere between 60 and someone kept floating that. There's that Panthers beat writer that keeps talking, and she's been getting a lot of airtime. There's
Gina.
Yeah, she's the one that keeps saying. Yesterday she said the deal's almost done, and then today she was like by Saturday. But she's the one that keeps saying that she's hearing it's going to be $70 million guaranteed.
Okay, so
72
mil. No, I'm saying 72 mil extension for DK with 58.2 guarantees. So Deebo, I mean, like I said before, 65 is not far off. I can see 70.
Yeah,
but
I think Deebo will be 5 years though.
You know what I think? I believe what we need to focus more on is the signing bonus.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. Well, now that DK got 30, you think Deebo's going to want more?
35, 40?
That's insane for signing bonus.
Damn, that is insane. Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't think it goes that high. I think
I agree with you on that.
I think if anything, it goes a little higher than DK. So DK got what, 30? Debo gets like
31, 32. 31, 32. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you think about it. If he gets about 35, right? Like I said, then his guaranteed would probably be right around the same as DK. Maybe on a 4-year.
I think he needs to be higher than DK on the guaranteed.
But I'm saying he might get a 4-year. I think adding another year to his contract makes a whole lot of difference.
Oh, I agree. I think he'll go 4 or 5. But I was listening to a podcast today, and they're kind of talking about what they kind of want to see happen. Say Ayuk blows up this year, and he ends up being wide receiver 1 because he's should have that chemistry with Lance, and it kind of fits Lance's style more. Do you think that Debo should get more money guaranteed within the first 2 years, and then say he starts not performing, we have a way out of Debo's contract so we can keep Ayuk around?
Man, that's not a good plan, though, those. In case he does start declining, like you said. It's true.
Do you see us paying both?
Yeah, Yep.
I don't.
Okay, so
I don't think they can afford that.
If Ayuk blows up, I don't think we pay them both. So maybe it would be smarter to do like a DK deal where we do only keep him for 3 years in case Ayuk blows up, and we prefer to have him, and then 3 years Debo's gone and Ayuk's there.
Maybe they front load that rather than back load that, with a lot of the guaranteed in the first 3 years, 5-year deal with a lot guaranteed up front. And then that way, you can move him at year 3 and not have a huge cap hit if Ayuk blows up.
I would prefer that.
I believe
there's no way we can both guys long term. We're not going to be the Seahawks paying wide receivers left and right.
I believe with the way the money is gonna fluctuate next season, all this money these wide receivers are getting right now pretty much gonna be chump change, regardless on how they play.
That's why I'm saying there's no way we're gonna afford both guys. And then you got to think we still got Bosa coming up too.
Right, I was just ready to mention him, but okay, so let's see if Debo gets a 3-year deal. That put Lance right at a contract negotiation.
That's another
alongside Debo.
Because QB guaranteed money is only going up.
Yeah. Oh, and Ayuk in 2 more years too.
Yep. See, we got a lot of stuff to look at the future.
Next year is Ayuk.
Do we really want to tie up a lot of our assets into Debo super long term, or should we just 2-3 years, and then we can kind of see from there and see how the players pan out?
Yeah, G and Mike, I was thinking about that too. You just thought about that?
Well,
Ayuk next year, and so is Bosa. Bosa's also next year too.
Well, Ayuk, we can do a 5th-year option because he's a first.
Bosa's next year. Ayuk is the year after.
Yeah, he'd be the year after.
Yeah, it's the year after for him.
Wrong year. Sorry, wrong year. Sorry.
So front load Debo's contract for 2 years, in case we got to get out of it, in case he's not being Debo, and we got to extend to Ayuk. It gives us more options.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should really tie ourselves.
Put it this way. As long as Debo's contract does not hinder us like Garoppolo's contract right now on his last year, I think we're fine. Because even if Ayuk blows up, you still forgetting we got a rookie named Danny Gray on the team. It depends on how he performs within 2 years. I mean, we can get wide receivers, even if we have to ship Debo off after a contract like that.
Well, if you quit looking at the offensive side of the ball, Mosley, if he continues to perform the way he is, that's going to be a contract coming up. Shair, if he can build from what he did last year. I mean, so there's a lot of guys that are going to be coming up for paydays, and we're not going to be able to pay them all. So that's when it gets difficult. Who do you pay? And I think cornerbacks, that's another premium position when you look at how teams value them in the offseason.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's been a trend with the 49ers defense. If you look at it, when these guys come in, they come in to get better and go somewhere else and get that bag. Mostly to me, I'm looking, he's coming off with an injury, and that's pretty much damaged goods right now at this moment. So even if he does have an awesome year this year, I don't really see us like retaining him with a big bag.
How many years did we get Charvarius Ward for?
I think 2.
I think 4.
Is it 4?
Is it 4? Damn.
I thought it was longer, but I maybe I'm wrong. I thought when they signed him, it was for a longer deal because I thought someone complained. That's why I want to say it was longer.
Because he's getting nothing but praise out of training camp. I say he's out there just tearing it up.
Where are we at on McGlinchey? Have we signed an extension, or is he gonna? Because I know McGlinchey's kind of a question mark.
This is his year. He's on his 5th year right now, so that's why I kind of think he's gonna light it up because players always do on contract years.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Ward for 3 years.
3 years, okay.
Oh, 3. Okay. I knew it was 3 or 4 because I remember someone being like, "Oh, that's too long" or something. I was like, "What?"
No, we got him for 3 years, 40.5, $12 million signing bonus. He's only making $13 million a year, total guarantee 26, guaranteed signing bonus 18.
I think when we look back on this contract, we got him at a steal. I think he's going to be special for us.
It's going to be a Ward connection back there, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, my God. It's going to be our – I keep saying I think our defense is going to be top 3. Dude, I'm going on a limb. I think we're going to have the top defense in the league this year.
Forget just the defense, period. Let's just look at the back end, man. I mean, we've been suspect for years, even going to the Super Bowl. So I believe we've locked down that position, fellas. Nothing's going back there no more.
It's going to be
well, Hufunga's has been getting rave reviews 2 days into camp.
I've heard that too. I mean,
which is positive.
All I keep hearing is defense, and I'm hearing our offense is just not looking so hot out there. I heard that Trey had a rough day today.
Okay, so Mike, since you are excited about the defense, give me for 18 weeks, give me average yards passing.
God, let me think about this.
What do you believe that we give up week in, week out through the air?
Let me think about that. What did the top defense give up last year?
Let me look that up.
I will go on record. I think Bosa takes the sack record this year. I think he'll do it this year.
So what is that? Is that 22, 23?
I think it's 21.
I think it's 23, right?
21 or 22, isn't it?
I think it's 22. Double deuce. I think that's what his record is.
I think he's definitely going to take the Niners record.
Oh, my God. Mikey.
He came close.
You're giving me goosebumps.
He came close last year. He kind of had a couple of sack-wise, a couple of weaker games at the end of the stretch. Or I think he would have hit it.
Am I looking at this right? No, I ain't. I don't think I am.
I guess we're talking about Super Bowl, I guess, huh?
Okay. Strahan got it 22.5 in 2001.
Wow.
22 and a half.
I know it was 22 around there.
What did Watt have? Did Watt get to 20 last year?
I think he got 20. Let's see here.
Yeah, because I think he needed like 3 sacks or something in that last game, huh?
He was almost there.
I remember watching that last game.
Year?
TJ Watt.
That's why I thought it was one of the Watt brothers. That's why I was like, wasn't it one of the Watt?
He may have been at 21. Definitely 20, I think, for TJ Watt last year. Because I do remember watching that last game. And
he had...
Oh, he tied the single season record.
22 and a half. He tied it.
Wow.
You know what? Bosa's going to get 24. Fuck it.
Don't give me goosebumps, Jay. Mike,
he's going to kick that door down.
Oh, man.
You got to think. He's playing for his contract.
God.
See,
I think Trey is going to surprise a lot of people. I think he's going to be awesome. And the only person who said Trey Lance had a really bad day was Grant Cohn.
No, there's a lot of people that said like a lot of stuff that I like respect and listen to. They all said, but they said
no,
the whole has been
he did have Trey Lance did have a rough day, but the only one who but they said he made some really good passes too. But I'm just saying, Grant Cohn, Mr. Negative himself, that's all he focuses on is the negative.
I don't listen to him, but
he was like, "Oh God, yeah, blah blah, it's the worst practice ever." Blah blah blah. My God,
he's not very vocal about it, but a lot of people have come out and said that today was not a great day for the offense.
So, Mike, passing. Do you want me to go by yards, attempts, completions, or what?
Let's go yards.
All right, so the team that gave up the most yards through the air was the Ravens, 4,742 yards and 31 touchdowns. And the one that gave up the least were the Bills, 2,771 yards and 12 touchdowns.
What did we give up in 2019?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Let's see. Let's go back.
Yeah, the Bills only gave up 4,700 yards.
That's insane.
That's fucking good.
All right, so 49ers gave up 2,707 yards and 23 touchdowns and capitalized on 12 INTs.
Oh, so we were like the Bills defense last year in 2019.
Damn.
2,700 you said for the Bills?
Yeah, and
that's only giving up like 159 yards a game through the air. That's insane in this day and age.
Okay, if we did the same thing in 2019 and we bolstered quarterback, I'm going to say we give up 2,650 this year.
Oh, and we had 48 sacks.
I was going to say, I think the passing number is a net number. So all the sack plays, that's 50 sacks, -5 every time there's a sack, so
yeah.
It's probably closer to
listen to this number. Listen to this number. We only gave up 88 yards. That was the longest pass we gave up.
In 2019?
I guess we only gave up like what? Yeah. If I'm looking at this correctly, I don't know who against who, but if I'm looking at this correctly, it's like what we only gave up 40 plus yards like 5 times, 20 plus yards like 34 times. I mean, we were stopping them on first downs.
A lot. You know where a lot of that probably came from was that Saints game too. Where it was just a shootout. Where it was just like Jimmy shooting it out with Drew Brees.
Yep.
We gave up like 150 first downs, and that was just passing.
So yeah, I'm holding 2019 as a benchmark for all this. And I think our defense right now is better than 2019's defense.
And when you think about it, there's a lot of room for growth because this is D'Amico's second year as a coordinator, calling the plays. He's a little more aggressive, better talent. I mean, so
Oh yeah, we saw him grow into that position last year.
And what were we, 9th ranked last year? So
was that it? I thought we were a little better.
Okay, so check this out.
Was it 7th maybe? I don't think we cracked top 5, but I know we were top 10.
Let's see, where were
we were close to 5.
Yeah, I thought we were a little close to that.
Were we probably 7 then,
5.
right?
But yeah, Ryan's was. I think we could all agree that the Lions game was kind of a disaster towards the end when he was pulling players, and it just showed the inexperience. But as the season went on, I think I like him better than Saleh.
All right, so do you guys want to be a little bit more excited for that defensive line though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So in 2019, teams rushed against us 401 times. We only gave up 1,802 yards, 4.5 yards a carry. Only gave up 11 touchdowns on the ground. Only gave up 920 plus yards, 140 plus. That was the longest.
I'm telling you, that 2019 team.
We gave up first downs 105, and we had 9 fumbles.
Damn. Our 2019 team, I think it's so underrated. It doesn't get talked about enough.
I agree with you.
That team did some special
things. They would
things.
never talk about that one, Mike. You know that. They hate the 49ers. You know how they are. You know?
I don't know as much as they hate the 49ers. I think it's just that
the history.
We're a top media team. We're like top 3 teams. I think we're number 2 in in profit revenue, behind the Raiders. Ratings wise, less than the Cowboys. We bring in the top ratings. So I think it brings in. We have such a passionate fan base. So when the media talks negatively, they know they're going to rile up this fan base, and it's going to get them more attention. That's what this comes down to. But I will say, though, I've been watching a lot of NFL Network this week, and it seems like we are starting to get some praise. Like Trey Lance is starting to get the love that this was probably a smart pick. And I'm actually loving that for once. This time of year is usually the time of year when it's always Cowboys are going to make the Super Bowl. Cowboys are going to make the Super Bowl. They have been getting shit on by major media saying this team is overrated. The potato coach, can't think of his name right now, McCarthy. A lot of media is hating on him. When Jerry Jones gave that press conference and said that he's the best option to get this team to the Super Bowl, that's been getting roasted because that guy rode the coattails of Aaron Rodgers. He is a trash coach, and it shows. That team was the most penalized team last year. That shows that the coaching's not there. He's not coaching a disciplined team. The team is not buying into your message. So I'm loving to see the Cowboys getting some hate this time of year because usually it's always the hype about they're going to make it. This is their year.
Quick question, Mikey. Real quick.
Yeah.
I just want to get the answer for you. Hope you'll find out what team. You said about 2,600 this year that teams will get yards on us, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What team was the highest against us, you think? Out of your head. What team might get highest on us?
Before today's news of the Bucs, I would probably say the Bucs.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they don't have a
Tom
center,
Brady, of course, Tom Brady.
but now that they've got some questions at center, they better go get Treader because they're going to be in trouble because the statute needs his center. But I would say the most share it's probably going to be. Yeah, it's probably going to be the Bucs.
I'm going to fly to Tampa, and I'm going to lock Tom Brady in my trunk, and I'm going to drive him to Arizona, and I'm going to leave him there.
Actually, he might not even make it to the game against us. He might be done by then.
One only hope.
And that's
the game is in Cali.
Denise is the highest praise on
the game is in San Francisco.
So
yeah, it's in San Francisco. He might not even make it that far into the season.
Oh God.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to schedule on who
I am
could
so done with. I wish he would just retire. Like, just go away. Go
I
away.
think this is it. This is the year, but
God, one can only hope. If I'm
I-
going to pray for anything, it's going to be his demise. It's like, goodbye, Tom. Go away. I'm tired of your ass. I'm tired of TB12. I'm tired of everyone talking about you. I'm done. Like, I've heard enough Tom Brady shit to last me a lifetime.
Mikey, would have been a good conversation with you and Denise versus Coach Ron and Chris TJ. The Brady versus Montana.
Oh God.
Goat. It's just like Jerry Rice. Everyone's fighting for number 2.
I said that whole time that I first met Denise. I'm like, oh my God, you and Mikey would be a good tag team.
You know, this is a bit of a side quest, but I came across some Jerry Rice slander the other day. They were asking, where does T.O. rank amongst the all-time wide receivers? And I swear these guys have to be like 13 years old to think that Terrell Owens or Randy Moss is better than Jerry Rice. Like, come on now.
Or just completely not
you're fighting
smart.
for number 2. Like, you know, it's how I feel about Brady.
I mean,
someone's at 1, everyone else is fighting for 2.
But think about it for a second, though, TJ. I mean, when we was growing up, John Taylor was on his tail end of his career. So we didn't really get a chance to enjoy his game like we did with Jerry. So of course, to us, Jerry Rice is always going to be the GOAT. So I mean, if these guys are talking Randy Moss and T.O., then you absolutely right. They had to have been about 13, 14. That's the only people they know. They only seen Jerry on highlight tapes. So
yeah.
And the thing about Jerry Rice, because you know, I became a Niner fan in '94, and so when you think about it, I got maybe a good 4 or 5 years of Jerry Rice, you know, and that was on the later side of his career, and so you know, I always find it fun when if you just go to Pro Football Reference and you look at Jerry Rice's stats. I mean, they are staggering. And you think about the time that he was playing in when, you know, the defensive backs could maul you back then and they could hit the quarterback late and it wasn't the pass happy league. And his numbers are so unreal and so just untouchable in a time that wasn't pass happy and conducive to putting up numbers like that.
I'm sorry to cut you off, TJ, but I have to ask this question since you brought up the style of play from that era to this era. So I'm just gonna switch off football into basketball real quick since we're talking about GOATs. I've been like all week long, I've been seeing Michael Jordan, LeBron, Michael Jordan, LeBron. I mean, it's been no debate as far as the NBA players go, these veterans go. It's no debate. Now, the thing that was said and that really, really was interesting to me was that we always take the one they claim to be the GOAT and place him in an era to where the one we call the GOAT used to play. Would they play the same? So what stood out was when Michael Jordan played. If you ever seen him play, they hand check like crazy, where they don't do that in today's NBA. So guys like LeBron could easily go up to the basket, drive up to the basket with no problem, get fouled and go to the line. So it was said if Michael Jordan played in this era, he would easily average 45 to 50 points a night. Your thoughts? With today's rules.
So I might get some hate for this. But I don't think that Jordan
Oh boy.
is as good of a scorer as Kobe Bryant was.
Wow.
And Kobe played in Kobe played
Oh, TJ.
in this league. I'm not saying that Kobe's a better player than
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, but I don't think
TJ,
Jordan's as good of a scorer as Kobe was.
Between this take and Brady, I just can't.
listen, Kobe,
Amen.
listen. I'm gonna agree to you with an extent because Kobe had a 3-point game. Jordan gradually earned a 3-point game over his career. Every year, his 3-point percentage was going up. I mean, he was taking shots, but I mean, scoring in the basket, driving up. Come on, he's going to the line every time.
I'm just talking about pure scoring ability. If Kobe didn't average that, I don't think Jordan could average that.
Dude, Jordan played against Kobe, did he not?
Yeah, but that was the end of Jordan's career. That was early.
Okay, even though
career.
towards the end of his career, did he not shake Kobe?
Wait, Kobe and Jordan played against each other?
Yeah,
I believe they did.
Because Kobe came in like 96 or 97.
Yeah, and Jordan
But if we're talking,
was still in the league
again,
until like
if you're talking
2000.
about GOATs and eras, that's why Joe Montana is always the GOAT, because back then when you played, you were allowed to smack the quarterback around and you were allowed to do all that shit. And Tom Brady, you ain't allowed to touch his ass, because as soon as you breathe on him, they're like, foul. Oh my God, don't touch him. He's the golden child. Don't touch Tom Brady. What?
Hallelujah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what Denise is saying is, if you brought Joe Montana from the 80s and brought him into 2000 into the Patriots dynasty era, Joe Money would probably have 4 more rings. That's what she's saying.
That's exactly what Denise is saying.
100%. You ain't know who Tom Brady is.
I can't have
exactly.
Like,
I can't do this debate again.
Okay. Look at Jordan. Six appearances, 6 rings. Look at Montana. 4 appearances, 4 rings. And you look at LeBron. 10 appearances. What he got? 4 rings.
4.
Brady, 10 appearances. He's got what? 7? Okay.
Yeah.
And the only thing that really shut me up about Brady is the fact that he did it with another team, even though I know they gave it to them because, hey, he could make history again being the first quarterback to leave his old team and come and win a Super Bowl in their own home stadium.
Can we stop talking about Brady?
Let's all call a spade a spade. They were stacked. That team was stacked.
So I don't really want to get into this debate again because I've had it a million times.
Let's stop.
But
let's stop it right there. Stop it.
But
as Denise says, yes, that team is stacked. I would probably have more respect for Brady if he would have done it with a team that wasn't ready. The Bucs were a quarterback away from getting the job done.
Thank you.
I think we need to be fair on this because you guys are giving Joe the okay, he played in a league where they hit and that's all a fair point. But he also played in a league with no salary cap. If Brady could have played in a league like that where he could have built his team and kept his team together for 15 years, 10 years. Come on now.
Brady was stoppable. Brady has lost Super Bowls.
But I mean, we're not talking about the rule of the finance. We're not talking about the financial rule. We're talking about the playing rule, the field rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's all we're basing it on. I mean, I get your point.
But I mean that goes into. I mean, Brady did it in the salary cap era where there's a revolving door and players coming and going every year. Montana didn't do it in that era. Montana had the majority of the same team around him for his entire run there.
And let's all be honest, with the salary cap, we all know, because he gets praised for that too. Everybody praises Mr. Tom Brady because, oh, Tom Brady's willing to take a pay cut so he can surround himself with the greatest talent ever. That's why Tom Brady's the most amazing quarterback that's ever graced us with his presence. Make me barf.
That's actually the one
Okay,
thing.
you know what? I'm gonna see if I can switch this conversation real quick since we talk about salary cap and everything. Since Mike brought up, Denise and Mike both brought up a good point about stacked teams.
But that's the one thing I will give Brady credit for. That's something that these young quarterbacks kind of need to learn. They all want to get paid. They want to get paid. They want to get paid. You're not going to win championships when you're making all the money.
I agree with that.
He gives you that's the blueprint, though. That's the blueprint.
No, I do agree with that. But my point is, he was saying that, Joe Montana played in like when there was no salary cap, and I'm like, well, technically, you could kind of say the same thing for Brady because Brady took pay cuts so he could keep the best of the best around him. So, you know what I mean? Like, Tim Hafner doesn't the others.
If Brady wouldn't have done that, and if Brady would have went for the money, he wouldn't have won as many Super Bowls as he did.
Exactly.
I don't believe so either. I mean, look at Aaron Rodgers' situation right now. $50 million a year for 3 years, bro.
I didn't know Nicolas Cage was a quarterback in the Patriots or the Packers.
Dude, right now he's living on a prayer right now.
Dude,
hey, before we change subjects, though, before I get too much hate about what I said about Kobe and Jordan, I'm talking about a single aspect and out of the totality of a player. I'm just talking about scoring. Because Jordan's not my favorite player. I wasn't a fan of his growing up. But I'll put him number one on my list. Don't have to like it, but I'll still put Jordan top on my list. So I'm just talking about that single aspect.
So let's you know what, man, you about to have me look this damn thing.
Oh boy. I did hear, what the craziest stat for Brady possibly is going to be this season? He's like 2,500 yards away from throwing for 100,000 yards in his career.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like I get it. Like we can all choose a horse in the race and stuff, but I mean Brady is just like Jerry Rice, where if you look at the totality of his career, it is staggering. I mean, it's not only 7 Super Bowls; he's got every single passing record. Like it's just staggering.
I do not want him to hit that benchmark.
Me either. Ugh.
Hey, TJ.
Yes, sir.
Who shoots better, Kobe or Jordan? To add icing on the cake, you can say that Jordan had an overall statistical output than Brian. He averaged more points, 4.8 points per game, rebounds, 0.9 point rebounds a game, assists, 0.6 assists a game, while shooting better, 4% better than Brian.
I was gonna say, I bet he's a higher percentage shooter. He was a mid-range guy, though. I mean, throughout Kobe has shot from everywhere. But
yeah,
I mean,
he holds the edge in free throw. Kobe holds the edge in free throw percentage. Okay, so Jordan had more free throw attempt per game. But Kobe had the better percentage. I mean, you're that debate is more believable than LeBron and versus Jordan.
In the way I would
let a Kobe versus Michael slide.
The way and like I said, that's just a singular aspect of their games. The way I look at Jordan and and LeBron, when all is said and done, is I think people are going to agree that Jordan is the GOAT, but I think LeBron is going to be the most decorated player in NBA history. Yeah. So, he's going to have, all-time points. And he's going to have all of that, the MVPs, everything else. But at the end of the day, people are still going to call Jordan the GOAT.
Joe Montana is to Michael Jordan what Tom Brady is to LeBron James. That just solidified. You just gave. That's it. That's the end of our. That's the end of our argument now.
I just gave Mikey something to bring up in a bar now.
Montana's going to be the GOAT, but Brady's going to be the most decorated.
Real quick though. Since we were talking about defensive line early in 2019, I did not realize that the run game, we had a better run stop game last year than we did 2019.
Yeah, we couldn't stop the run in 2019. That was kind of a weak point for us. That's what I'm saying. I think this year we're a more well-rounded defense than we were in 2019. So I think all those benchmarks we hit, we're like top 2 defenses that year, top 3 maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
I think this year we will make
that. Dude, you couldn't rush against. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You couldn't rush against the Ravens, the Titans, the Bucks, nor the Saints last year.
No. I just want it to be September already. Getting antsy for some games.
I don't even know what I'm watching tonight, but I'm watching something.
Have you watched the Yellowstone?
Nah.
That's a good fucking show. I just got into it, and I've gotten through the first 3 seasons.
Dude, I just got done binge watching American Ninja. All 4 of them.
What?
American Ninja.
Like from the 80s, the cheesy movie American Ninja?
Yes. Michael Dudikoff and what's the guy's name? David. So
are you serious?
I'm so serious. Dude, I didn't even.
That's such a random thing to decide you're gonna binge.
Dude, I've already done. I've watched it already. Dude, listen, I'm sitting in my office, not doing nothing. I'm like, should I play the game a little bit? I don't even really want to get on the news or nothing like that. So I'm like, let me just watch something. So I'm just on YouTube, just scrolling through. I'm trying to watch something to laugh at. And all of a sudden, American Ninja pops up on my feed.
That's funny.
Sharp at the fellas.
I watched all 4 of them except for the 5th one. I didn't even know they had a 5th one, bro. I'm like so shocked. I'm like, wait, what?
I would highly. I agree with GM Mikey. I would highly recommend Yellowstone, and the other show I highly recommend if you've never seen is Animal Kingdom. Oh my God.
Animal Kingdom is good.
I haven't watched neither one of them.
Animal Kingdom is really good.
Oh, Animal Kingdom is. Now, me and my husband are behind on that show. We just barely got into it. So we're like, I think on the 3rd or 4th season. Oh my God, that show's so addicting. I just told my sister-in-law about it, and now she's binge watching it.
I'm gonna put that on my list, but I think I just came across something that I'm gonna get into, the new Resident Evil series.
I heard that's really good.
I've heard that's good. I've never watched it.
Yeah, supposedly it takes place like 12 years later or something, like 2036.
Have you ever seen Harry Potter?
Of course, who hasn't seen that damn?
Well, you haven't seen American Ninja. That was done in the 80s.
Hey, I grew up. Hey, that's my year. I was born in the 80s. I grew up in the 90s, but born in the 80s. I mean, come on. I grew up watching. Listen, I grew up watching MacGyver. I wanted to be MacGyver. You hear me?
Oh my, Mav, you're my soulmate, Mav. Oh my God, that is. I love MacGyver. Did you used to watch CSI?
Love it.
Oh my, me too. I used to CSI New York, the regular one, CSI Miami. I used to love all those shows. I used to watch those shows religiously.
I watched that NCIS. I used to even watch Jag, believe it or not.
I didn't watch that one, but I used to have friends that watched that said it was really good.
It was. That's how NCIS started, like towards the last episode of Jag, and you seen Gibbs and Zanozo come in or whatever. But CSI, like you said, SVU was my only Law and Order. That was my favorite one. I wouldn't watch no other one.
Yeah, that's the one that looked good. I didn't get into Law and Order, but you know what I did love? Oh my God, Criminal Minds. Loved Criminal Minds.
My wife loves Criminal Minds. That's her favorite show right now.
Oh, your wife has great taste. Your wife
she loves Criminal Minds. So
I can watch. I can literally rewatch Criminal Minds over and over and over again. Love that.
Exactly what she does. Exactly what she does. She does the same thing.
See, if I'm gonna rewatch anything, it's gonna be the Arrowverse, like Arrow, Flash, and all that. That's what I'll rewatch all day if I ain't got nothing else to watch. But
okay, what about the Blacklist? Nothing.
Nope.
Really? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. You guys are missing out.
Yes, faithful. You know this is our blackout of talking off of 49ers broadcast, and we are now on TV shows.
Let me be the one to tell you. If you want any recommendations on movies or TV shows, Denise is your girl. I own over 300 videos. I am a movie and TV junkie. I am the girl to see. Let me be the one to tell you. You could literally come to my house and pretend like it's Blockbuster. That's how much shit I own. Okay? Let me tell you.
The Blockbuster went out of business.
I didn't say I was Blockbuster. I said I own like Blockbuster.
Hey, G Mikey, you still there, Mikey? You all right?
I'm here.
Okay.
Niner Sickness podcast. What's good
Mikey's probably like, why did you let this crazy ass white girl on this show?
This podcast is off the rails.
What's up, Niner Sickness? What's going on, bud?
As I choke on my lemonade.
And that was part of the show that we were talking about TV shows.
Hey, we can still talk about TV shows. We can talk about
we talk about anything you guys want.
We could talk about movies. We can talk about how when the game stood tall. We could talk about The Blind Side. We could talk about Rudy. We could talk about The Longest Yard.
The Blind Side, I love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies. I love The Blind Side. Remember the Titans? Love that movie.
Niner Sickness. Man, you know what? That's what's up. That's what's up. I got the same collection too. Netflix, Hulu, cinema. I got all the movies and everything.
Yep.
Me too. I'm all about it.
We had the same thing. We all got the same thing we do. Yes, we do. Hey, Mikey, what's your favorite football movie right now?
Favorite football movie?
Yeah.
God.
It's hard. You know what? I'm a sucker for Any Given. I love Any Given Sunday.
So there we go.
Dark and
that one
kind of shows the seedy aspect of the game.
I need to watch that again, man. I haven't seen that in a while.
Any Given Sunday is a good one, and then of course Draft Day. Remember
Draft Day.
I love Draft Day. My favorite.
I love football movies.
I have to say that's my favorite.
Any Given Sunday. That's it.
Have you guys? Wait, did you guys see The Last Boy Scout?
Yep, yeah. I saw it.
Oh God, that sounds old.
Bruce Willis movie, right?
You know what, Mav? I'm offended. That is an old movie, but I'm an old gal. But that's a really good movie, and it's kind of a football-ish movie.
I seen it too. What you mean? I watched
Are you talking about Bruce Willis? You talking about Bruce Willis movie, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
and Faithful, you would know now. I am a big, huge Bruce Willis fan. Bruce Willis
me
fan.
too.
I
Me
love
too.
Bruce
I
Willis. I love Bruce
So
Willis.
you
My
grew,
favorite.
so you
My
grew up
favorite
watching.
actor.
What was this show? Moonlighting.
Yeah, Moonlighting.
Yes.
Moonlighting.
Yep.
Yep.
I grew up
Yep.
watching that too. Hey,
My
look,
wife, my mom know. So
don't make fun of me now, because I mean, as a kid, I grew up watching The Bold and Beautiful with my mama and all that, and Dynasty.
ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
So.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
I used to love. Oh my God. You know what? I swear to God. Okay. You know what? My work computer is tripping right now. I turned this thing off at 5 o'clock, and I am not BSing you. It just now turned on. I have a ghost in my house, people. I ain't bullshit. I got a ghost in my house.
You ever seen Honey House?
Talk about the Twilight Zone.
Oh,
I used to watch that stuff too. My computer just turned on by itself. That's just crazy.
Yeah,
so,
I gotta
Mike,
do. We gotta.
real
Yeah,
quick,
man.
Who are you hoping to see as the starting five on the front line protecting Trey, man?
I don't even know. It scares me. Of course, we got Trent. Probably Banks. McGlitchy. It's the center. The center's that big question mark.
Yep.
I know TJ talks highly, and Brendell's been like the talk of the town, but I don't know. Like it really does seem like they don't really know, because they want to do this musical chairs kind of thing. So it's the one aspect of this team that I'm still, what the hell are you guys doing?
I agree with GM Mikey 100%.
From what I heard about Brendel is that apparently, according to Shanahan, he wanted him to make the team, and said if Trent would have went down, no, I'm sorry, if Mac would have went down, he would have not hesitate to plug him in. And that was last season.
So if that's the case, why are we doing this musical chairs thing? Why isn't it just him?
Now, see, that's what I thought.
That's what
I
thought.
I get it's only
Mav. I heard the same thing, Mav. I heard the same thing. So that's what I didn't understand when I heard that Brunskill was being started at center. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought Jake Brindle was going to be starting at center. Like, why are you putting Brunskill at center? And Jake Brindle is the one who has the most experience with Trey Lance, because he was doing all the second team reps last year. So why aren't you using him? And this is coming from someone, I love Kyle, but I don't understand what Kyle's doing with the O-line. Like, that doesn't make sense to me at all. Like, it doesn't make sense at all.
I mean, you do need a backup. Is Donovan West going to make the team, or is he going to get stashed, or is he going to get cut? You know, who else do we have on there? God, I need to look this back up. But I mean, I don't understand musical chairs neither. But as far as I understand,
he's center too.
Poe is on defense, I think he is, right?
But didn't someone say he can play all over the line too, or am I thinking of the other guy?
I heard Poe can play a fullback also. He can play fullback also because he has that athleticism to do it. That's what I heard.
Okay, at this point, we don't know what he plays, because he plays too many damn positions.
Okay.
I mean, why do you want such an athlete on your team? You already got one in Debo. If you had two more athletes on that team, you would pretty much create chaos for your quarterback. because he's an athlete himself. He's capable of making plays and play all over the field if he needs to as well. So don't be surprised if you see Trey Lance go out for reception from Debo.
Well, I don't want to see that because I don't want Trey to get hurt.
I mean, would he really get hurt on a play like that, though? I mean, usually the quarterback is unattended, wide open, way across the field.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't want him
while
getting
everybody's chasing that wide back.
Well, that's true. Never know. I mean, and with Kyle, that's a definite
I mean,
possibility.
all you gotta do is put the ball in the wide back hand and let him do his thing. The way I'm looking at our offense right now is endless possibilities.
So you guys feeling good about training camp so far?
I mean, yeah, the energy's there, the vibe is there. It's only day 2.
Yeah, I know it's only like a couple of days already, but
we still got some things to clear up. We still got to get Jimmy out of there. I mean, he's not just practicing or anything, but that's got taken care of. We got to get Debo on the field. I think once Debo gets on that field, it's gonna get the offense going in a whole new direction. But I'm excited for pads. Like right now, it's something big. Like we got to get the pads on Monday, and that's when we'll start.
Yeah, Monday when pads are on. Yep. Right now they're just like jogging around, try to get football shape still, and of course Monday starts it with pads. They can all start playing real football kind of thing,
Yeah. I'm like G and Mikey. I honestly just want to see at this point. They're out there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm super excited about training camp. Like, I'm just glad to see them on the field and like see my boys. Like, I'm super excited. But honestly, I just want to see Debo sign. Like at this point, I'm like, can we please like get the contract signed so we all know that Debo's on our team and we're moving forward and like solidified. Let's move. That's what I want.
How you guys feel about Reverend McLeod so far when they showed him on the video? They showed him in training camp.
I didn't see that video. I must have that's one I missed.
Yeah, he's very, very fast. Very fast.
He's not dropping the balls.
No, he's gonna drop ball though. I ain't not drop a ball pass and dropping yet, so is that the good thing?
That's my only worry with him.
I know. When I see him drop, when I see him, go ahead, Denise, go ahead.
No. I was gonna say I heard Ayuk made a super athletic catch, and I didn't get to see the video yet, but I heard there's a great video of it.
Yeah, I know, Mikey. I know for a fact when I see a drop from McLeod, I'm like, Mikey might be coming from his point that he's trying to make about Ray McLeod.
Hey,
him drop passes.
If he ends up being an awesome star for us, more power to him. But
yeah,
he's known for his fumbles, so we'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah.
I don't wish any of our players to do bad. He's on our team. I'm support him. That's my.
Well, if he fumbles the ball, he's playing much.
Watch this. I'm funny.
What's that, Matt?
I'm finna get Mike riled up real quick.
Uh-oh, here we go. Uh-oh.
Mike.
Uh-oh.
I'm finna get Mike riled up real quick.
What's he about to bring up?
Quan Alexander.
Yeah, no, he got signed.
He got signed by Robert Saleh and the Jets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Jets, not Bucks. Oh, I said Bucks. Jets, yeah, I seen that.
To the Jets, I thought.
Yeah, he's Jet.
Jets. It was Jets. My bad.
What do you think?
I mean, we'll see. Solid's building himself a squad over there. I think he's this is probably a make or break year. I think if Solid doesn't get it done, if the Jets don't show some kind of improvement this year, I think Solid might be done there.
And what? Come back to the Niners, and D'Amico go and get a job.
I guarantee you, probably going to take a head coaching job next year.
You know what? I think this is a question I need to ask everybody, man.
What are reports saying about Wilson with the Jets? How's he been looking?
I think he had.
Besides who being Playboy Wilson.
Yeah. Besides dating mom's friends. But,
that's awesome.
Has there been any word coming out of camp about how he's looking?
Yes, GM Mikey. He had days like Trey. He had one really good day, and then he had a really bad day. So I think he's basically been like Trey. He had one really solid day, and then he had one really bad day. That's what I
really
heard.
believe those two are going to. I really believe those two are going to feed off each other this season. Like, who's going to be better because they worked out together.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting, but that's what I heard about Mr. dating his mom's friends.
There's one thing I haven't heard yet from training camp, and that's about the running backs. I haven't heard anything about the running backs yet.
Actually, I heard Price is looking really good.
Damn.
Any word on Sermon?
Remember, Mason was looking good for a while.
Yeah, actually, Sermon. They said. I think Grant actually said. I was surprised. Grant said he looked really good today.
He been praising Sermon, so I'm not even listening to him.
Yeah.
Well, I'd be the one to tell you, like, Grant actually, if there's anyone on Twitter or in even YouTube that irritates me more, no one gets me more than Grant. But like, I do watch his videos about training camp, or because he's out there, so I do listen to what he has to say about that. But that's about it. Other than that, I can't stand him.
So here's my question to y'all. Which former Niner from last season do you believe is going to have the better success on his new team?
That's a good question.
That was a good question. That is a good question, man.
I'm trying to think. Give me a list of players who left.
I think DJ Jones.
I was just about to say that, DJ Jones. Just about to say that, though.
Where'd he go?
The Broncos.
Broncos, yeah.
Yeah. The Broncos.
Didn't Lincoln left too, right?
Yeah, where'd Lincoln go?
Yes.
Yep. Lincoln went too. I don't know.
I think he went to the Jets. Did he not?
Was it the Jets?
Or did he go to the Broncos too?
No, they went to the.
We lost two.
Lincoln, I think, went to the Jets, right?
Did he go to Dolphins? With
I think we lost.
No, Dolphins.
Two to the Broncos.
I know Moster went to Dolphins.
Probably Jones or Lincoln are probably going to be the most successful. I think Mostert ends up being the biggest bust that left.
Oh man! Wow.
Really?
Oof.
Wow.
Damn.
I mean,
that's
a
big one.
But he can't stay healthy. I think he's going to get hurt. I was like, well, I don't wish danger on anyone, but I don't think he's going to do in Miami what
he did. You think he would have been better in 49ers instead of Dolphins?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So I figured. I was talking about the same thing in my head. I'm like, he's probably saying that he probably would have been better in the 49er uniform than the Dolphin uniform. I got you.
Yeah, he really can't stay healthy, can he?
No, I mean, McDaniel might be smart and he knows how to drop plays, but he's never been a play caller. I think he might struggle as a head coach.
All right, so we lost Thomas and Jones. Quan Williams, we lost him to the Broncos. I know we lost 2 players to the Broncos.
Oh, I forgot about Sharp. I'm a real big fan of Sharp, so I was sad to see him go.
Yeah. Oh, Tom Compton, we lost him to the Broncos too. Damn, that's 3.
Wow. Who do you think, man? Who do you think is gonna have the most success? And who do you think will be the biggest bust that left?
I don't know. I mean, we lost Trent Sherfield to the Dolphins. I did not see that. I mean, I was with you with Mostert because of his injury history and DJ Jones to be but I mean, I'm looking Richie James, we lost him too to the Giants. I might have to go with him for a bus.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of I mean, it's the Giants. You also got to look at the team these people went to. If they went to a trash team,
yeah.
I mean,
Arden Key to Jacksonville.
Oh, that's gonna be trash too.
That's why I think DJ Jones is going to succeed because the Broncos already had a pretty decent defense, and then just adding him, like I think he's gonna do well. I like DJ too, so I hope he does well. Not against us, but I hope he does well.
Oh, see, look, we on Contavious Streets. We lost him to the Saints.
Oh, I forgot about Streets.
Saints are still gonna be
yeah. And then you got Trenton Cannon. We lost to the Titans, which I don't see him having no kind of playing time.
No.
I mean, we lost quite a few names here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Trenton Cannon,
I think
we lose last year.
Huh?
Didn't we lose him last year?
Who was that?
Yeah, these are the players we lost.
Cannon,
this year. Yeah, Cannon, but he didn't play with the Titans last year. He played with us last year.
He played with us last year. These are all the
guys we lost this year.
Till he got hurt. Yeah. Till he got hurt. So.
Oh, okay.
And he went on IR, didn't he?
Yeah, he went on IR because he got hurt in that special team play when he was returning, and the ambulance came and got him.
Okay,
that's what I remember. I was like, wait.
That was a scary moment too. Scary moment.
I mean, for like bus, I'm looking at Mostert, Arden Keys, Richie James.
That's why I think this draft was very big for us. It was very big.
Yeah.
For us to get
even.
Yeah, Mav. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, River Craycraft might be a sneaky success. Believe it or not, playing in that McDaniel's office over there. They don't have Devontae Parker no more.
Because think about we drafted and all the free. That's why we had to fill the holes in. People we lost, and we had to fill them back in.
Oh, hold on a second. So the Dolphins got 3 of our wide receivers: Mohamed Sanu, Trent Sherfield, and River Craycraft.
Oof.
Sanu just signed with them sometime this week, didn't he not?
I wonder if that was contract situation or because they weren't fast enough playing his Kyle Shanahan scheme. I wonder.
I don't know. What do you think happened to Marquise Goodwin?
I don't know, man. He went to the Bills. How I saw it, or no? Where did he go to anyway? Where did Goodwin go to?
I think he went to the Eagles. I think he went to the Eagles. Oh no, or the Bears. Either the Eagles or the Bears or one of them. But I mean, I actually liked the guy, just like I liked the Dante Pettis too. But then I started looking at him like, dude, you can't even.
Dude, Dante Pettis. No way. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye. I ain't
You
doing your
like
ass no more.
Dante Pettis? Are you serious?
I mean, I like to listen. I like him when based on what I seen, I was like, okay, he got some kind of speed. He got something. He can make something happen. But the more I watched him, I was like, damn. But I gotta be honest with if I'm a fan, I gotta be a fan all the way through. Yeah, I used to like him, but I see why he's no longer on the
Mr.
team.
Glass.
Don't get me wrong.
Mr. Glass. Mr. Glass himself.
God. Dante Pettis, I swear to God, he reminded me of a flippin' scarecrow. Like as soon as like the cat, as soon as people would get near him, he's like, like he'd freeze, like, oh my God, like dude, you can't to get to this football. Oh my God, Dante Pettis was the biggest P in the planet.
See, one thing I can't deny is a certain set of skills, and he had some speed to it. And from what I seen at that point, who did we really have that was able to stretch the field when he was a receiver?
Dante Pettis was if Dante Pettis wouldn't have been such a he would have been good because he was shifty and he was fast, but he was a chicken shit. That's a better word. He was a chicken shit.
Yeah, he really didn't have his mechanics there when it came to catching the ball. But I mean, everything else was there. You seen why he was a Niner. Let's be honest. Like Jalen Hurd, I see why he was a Niner, but I don't know why we kept him a Niner.
No, I agree. I mean? Now Jalen Hurd was a dog. He didn't mind getting hit. He would run your ass over. See, that's the kind of receivers I like. I don't like these scaredy cats. I'm like, go play with your kittens in the corner and go away.
And that's also the reason why he's no longer playing in the league, neither. Not being a smart receiver.
That is very valid. I can't. That's very valid.
I mean, a receiver that I fell in love with after watching one preseason game was Victor Cruz. I fell in love with that guy right away after watching one game. And I was like, dude, this man's going to make the team. I don't know what happened, how he got derailed, but I mean, like, dude, some of these players out there, I mean, they're good enough to remain on the team, but you just don't know how they fade out.
So we all think the offense is going to play out great. The defense is going to play out great. What do you guys think about the special teams might do this year?
I think special teams is going to be the biggest improvement.
Thank you, Maria, Mikey. Thank you, bud. Exactly what I think too. Mav?
I think we still going to have some hole in special teams. To me, I feel like the back end is the biggest improvement. The DBs and linebackers. DBs especially.
Denise? Oh, okay. Are you still there?
Treys?
Uh-oh. She might have froze. Oh, boy. You with us, though? You with us? Denise?
Oh, I'm going to have to go in a minute. My grandbaby's coming over.
No problem. No problem. No problem. It's all good. Go enjoy your grandbaby. You can go if you want. You can go if you want. Thanks for coming on, okay? Yeah, we can hear you. You can leave if you want to. Go ahead. You're good. You're good.
I think it's about that time anyways, right, Ryan? 2 hours?
No problem, man. No problem. I got you. I was about to bring it up. Don't worry. I was. So, yeah, guys, go right ahead. Enjoy your night. And see you guys next week, like always.
Yes, sir. Hopefully we have some better news next week with some signing and some trading.
Can you guys hear me?
We're going to have some news in a couple days.
Yeah.
How come my phone's not working?
I mean, you saying Saturday, bro, so I'm waiting on Saturday.
I'm hoping tomorrow. I just heard Saturday.
Oh man,
off deadline, but I'm hoping tomorrow. This is ridiculous.
I'm hoping within the next 20 minutes.
That's I hope we get that, and I want the damn Watson suspension to come around. Why is that still?
That's gonna happen.
He's gonna get some kind of suspension. He's got it.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, I'm gonna have to go because my grandbaby's coming over.
I got you. Go enjoy your grandbaby. Go enjoy her.
So I'm out,
Okay.
fellas.
No problem. Later on.
All right, you guys. Thanks for having me
Be
on.
safe.
It was
No
a
problem.
pleasure hanging out with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Mav, I gotta hook you up with some good shows to watch and some good movies.
Come on.
I'm telling you, I'm your girl, Mav. I'm your girl. I can hook you up. I have fantastic taste on TVs and movies. I know my shit. Trust me.
Let's get it.
All right, fellas. Peace.
Later on. Thanks, Denise. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
All right, fellas. I guess I'm going to follow suit.
No problem, man. No, Money Mav, GM Mikey, more than welcome, Lee, Bud. You're all good to go, man. Thanks a lot, man. Thank you, guys.
All right, no problem, man. Y'all be safe.
Later on, man. Later on, man. Later. That was the show. All right. Now, I want to thank you. I thank a few people, actually. Just a couple of people that were in the comments. Ty. Thanks a lot, Ty, for your comments, bud. Thank you for coming in here. All right. None of sickness. I knew you were on live. You're having a show because I seen your thing go off. So I figured you're having a show. Enjoy your show, bud. Have a great one. All right. Thanks for your comments. And of course, I want to thank the fellas. All right. Even though the ones that were running here tonight, but definitely Money Mav. I know Coach Ron wasn't in here. And of course, GM Mikey, TJ, and of course, I know Drewski wasn't in at all, but it's all good. I'll give him a shout out no matter what. He is more than welcome to come back in here and do his thing. He is not getting replaced no matter what. So I know he has some things going on now, so it's all good. And Denise, thank you very much for coming in here. It was mostly just a one-time deal for her. She wanted to come in and see what it was like on here, and she was more than welcome to come on here just for a show. No problem. All right. Hopefully see her probably on the Faithful Empire, which the Faithful Empire will be back. Don't know if we're going to do it tomorrow or Sunday, but we will find out when it gets here. All right. Now I'll give you guys a heads up. So basically, I'm going to go out like I always do and make sure I do it right. Thanks for watching the Red Go 24/7. All right. And of course, I'm going to shout out my fellas. Catch Mav. Okay, catch Convo with Mavocado. All right. Times Tuesday night on YouTube on IG. And of course, Coach Ron will probably, if he does come back, he'll probably put it on Twitter. That way everybody knows about it. All right. That's Twitter handle and it's times. And he's going to be on Modify, or I can't say the word right. Yeah. Spotify. I'm sorry. Spotify. Yeah, so I gotta change that. I know I gotta change that still. So it's gonna be on Spotify, and he said maybe Twitter. You don't know yet. So, all right. So that's that. And of course, BISD podcast with Drewski. All right, it's his Twitter handle, and it's still coming soon. But he's going through some stuff right now with his family, like I said. All right. Of course, get a shout out to GM Mikey. That's his Twitter handle. That's how you find him. And of course, TJ, and that's his Twitter handle. That's how you can find him. All right. Of course, I want to get a shout out, of course, to Point Out of Faithful UK, Paul Hope, and Club 85. And of course, the woman that was with us tonight, Denise, that's her Twitter handle Twitter handle. Go find her. Great lady, very nice lady. she has I know she has a wonderful family, wonderful husband. So just check her out. You know, say hi to her. She's a very awesome woman, very awesome woman. So basically, that's all most I got for you guys. All right. We'll see you on the Faithful Empire. All right. And I messed my thing up here now. Okay. Here we go. Almost messed it up already. See that? Keep the faith. Never lose hope. All right. And we're out of here, guys. Later.